Doesn't this look familiar?
What the hell was that? Did we just get nuked? Oh my god!
Me neither, because I haven't played the first game, let alone beat it. Anyways, this is a review of F.E.A.R 2, Project Origin. This game is a first-person horror shooter, and there are some parts that freak you the fuck out, but don't actually scare you to like hell. But anyways, this game, as you can tell, the frame rate's smooth as hell. Sort of like, sort of looks like Killzone 2, just maybe a little less. Yeah. But anyways, this game is pretty fun. I haven't beat it yet, personally, and I know some people don't like that, but, I'm gonna review it right now anyway, so, yeah, hope you like my review. First of all, let me get started on the AI at the enemy. They're actually some pretty smart guys, honestly. They're not just standing out in the open being idiots, they're taking cover, they're trying to flank and all that stuff, and that's pretty impressive. But, saying that, they're still not that hard to kill. I'm playing this game on hard, and I might have died a couple of times, or whatever. But, yeah, honestly, the AI is pretty good. Maybe if you played it on insane mode, maybe you'd get a lot more of a challenge. Yeah, as you can tell, the effects from Alma or whatever, your shrooms that you've probably been taking, they're pretty good. And like I said, this game is creepy, but not, like, scary as hell. Like, there are some parts that'll startle you, because, you're not really expecting them. But then again, like, you sort of are expecting it, which is why it's not scary. But then again, I might be saying all this just because I'm not an easily to be scared person. Because I could play Dead Space with a couple of startles, but, I'm just saying that in my opinion, because it might be scary to you, but to me it's just not. But it creeps me out, so that's good enough actually. Games don't usually creep me out unless I'm not really expecting it. Which this game I sort of am expecting it because all the other reviews are saying it's scary, so yeah, just keep that in mind. The guns in this game sound pretty, sick. They sound like they can do some fucking damage, man. They sound pretty strong. Like, the shotguns sound like they can rip through, trucks and shit. Alright, by the way, this is basically an example of why you can't just run up like a retard, because you'll get killed just like that. But anyways, back to my topic. See, as you can tell, the gun sounds are... They sound pretty great, as I was showing you. But, yeah. And I like how you can just kick doors down like that. That's pretty awesome. But, yeah. We talk about the AI, we talk about the gun sounds and all that. And basically, the objectives are pretty straightforward, just kill these people, protect her, and do this and do that. Nothing different from other games. Oh yeah, by the way, there's slow motion in the game, so you can slow down time, and for some reason in slow motion, guns have like 50 times the power than they usually have. You can use this pistol that I'm using right now to shred someone, even without the tank. Like, even not the tankers, the ones with the tanks on their back, you can shred them. Not all the time, but sometimes you can. Oh yeah, by the way, I've mentioned before that I haven't played the first F.E.A.R, but the second story for F.E.A.R is actually looking pretty good. It's not crappy like some games I'm not gonna mention. But, yeah, it's pretty good storyline, I'm sort of interested in, wanting to know what's going on and all that stuff. Like, I want to know what happens, and I want to know about the Zalma girl and crap like that. But, yeah. And it's not a very hard story to not want to follow, because the gameplay is actually pretty good. Sure, you will overuse slow-mo like hell, but, you know, it's not too bad. It's not like, you know, it's not, well, it is giving you an unfair boost, but, you know, it's not like anyone else is complaining, because they're just bots. You're not gonna hear some random online kid say, what the fuck, what the fuck? No, like, you know. Which reminds me, online they took off, apparently they had slow-mo, but now they don't. Or something like that. But, yeah, I've tried the online, but I haven't tried too much of the online, but don't worry, because I'm gonna have another review of this. Just an updated version of when I beat it. I just wanted to let you guys know, basically, that I'm gonna be doing reviews and stuff. And this is basically like a first look at it sort of thing, even though it's tons of videos out of it. This is just my review of it so far. Oh yeah, by the way, when you shoot enemies, just as you saw, like, you know, they can be limping away and stuff like that. They can be damaged but not killed, which is pretty cool. And you have all sorts of melee attacks, like, when you're running, you can, like, do, like, a double kick, or if you're standing still and you just jump, you do a roundhouse kick and all that stuff. And as you just told, as you just saw, the enemies are smart enough to know that if there's a flashlight, then you're probably nearby, which brings up a whole new, procedure of how you take on these people. You can't just sneak with, like, you can't just sneak that easily. Like, you know, the enemies, like, even if you don't have your flashlight on, it's still hard to sneak around them. But, you know, it's just, at least they notice the flashlight and all that stuff, you know, they're not just complete morons like some games. Which is why you can appreciate this game pretty easily. There's a lot in this game to appreciate. I wasn't really, hyped for this game, so it didn't disappoint me in any sort of way whatsoever. Oh yeah, and as I mentioned before, this game looks pretty good. I'm not playing on an HD TV or anything like that, but, like, honestly, this game looks pretty good. Like, yeah, I can't really describe it. The frame rate, like, this kind of stuff impresses me, the frame rate and all that stuff. But it might not impress you guys, but it impresses me just because, like, you know, usually games aren't, like, smooth like this, but yet, like, movie-like, if you know what I mean. Like, you know, it's going for, like, realistic, but at the same time, like, cinematic, if you know what I mean. And in this review, I'm going to try my best not to say anything, that's why I'm not talking too much about it. But my next review might be a spoiler, but, I'm pretty sure it's not going to be, but anyways, let's talk about this one. Like, see, things like this, just, you know, turning around and seeing her right there, that creeps me out. Especially if there's no noise, that would just creep me out, just because, like, you know, I'm expecting loud noises and to pop up on my face. I'm not expecting me to turn around and see her right there. Like, see, crap like this would be stuff I'm expecting. But certain, like, they know how to creep you out. Like, see, like that, I was sort of expecting that, but, you know, it's not really, like, that creepy. Like, what, like, about here, you know, this is when I actually got creeped the fuck out. I just, you know, turned around and I was like, whoa. You know, that part creeped me out. Anyways, that's the end of my review. Tune in for my other videos. I'm still going to be making machinimas and all that stuff. But, yeah, there's going to be a part 2 of this review, and I'll be reviewing more games, even if they're old. Alright. Oh, yeah. Headshot.